That prefers a firmer bed. The reviews are actually true. And this is the most comfortable bed I have ever slept on in my life. Because it doesn't get much firmer than sleeping on some cotton, polyester, buckwheat, whatever filling on.
Just a little higher, little bit, little bit. Okay. What is up, guys? Oh, wait, hold on. Today we are going to be talking about the overglaze between stuff in Japan versus stuff in America. And first off, we got to start it off with this guy laying on this loft bed that he threw on the ground and called it a Japanese style bed. All he really did was remove his bed frames, put his bed on the ground, and call it a Japanese style bed. My bed is basically the same thing. I don't have no headboard. I don't have nothing like that. But the only problem is that it's not on the floor, it's elevated. You want to know why? Because in winter, the winter months, it gets way colder than anywhere else in the world in America. And that's why we have our beds elevated, so it's not as cold as when we sleep. And it also prevents mold. This is why people in Japan do it how they do it, because they don't have a very big mold problem. They don't use the same infrastructure that we do. This wasn't made for us to use. So if you're looking for a bigger mold problem, go do the method in Japan. But if you want something good, stick with your American bed. Just have it elevated. There's no reason for you to have your bed on the floor. That will just ruin stuff for you and the people around you, dude. Did you see how he was dissing the American beds? He was like, it doesn't get better than some cotton. Bro, you've been sleeping on the same bed for the last 20-ish years with no problem. This Japanese bed isn't gonna change your life. If my girl came over to my house and saw that my bed was on the floor, she would probably dump me. You wanna know why? Who wants to get all down and yucky, scooting down like this, trying to lay down on their bed? Nobody is trying to do that. That's why we have the accessibility of just walking to your bed and sitting down. You don't gotta crawl down on the ground just to lay down, bruh. Just because it's in Japan doesn't mean that it's always going to be better.
Very useful. After buying the bottle, people peel the label off like this, and there is even a separate dustbin to throw it away.
It was so long and boring that I had time to change my entire fit in between that and get something to eat. This AI video is talking about how the plastic wrapper around the bottle and the plastic bottle have two different things to throw them away in. There's literally no point in that. If they're both plastic, they're both going to go in the recycle anyways. That's just another one of those AI slop videos talking about, oh, Japan is so much better than America. Japan is this. We have the same stuff. It's just not over glorified as Japan. The glaze between Japan and America, the gap in the glaze is just this much. People think Japan is some paradise when they have their own problems as well. Just because, oh, something is more extra doesn't mean that it's certainly better.
This is why Japan feels like the future. First, in Japan, people use metal ice cubes. You freeze them once, drop them into your drink.
We have the same thing here in America. Is America Japan? I think now that I really think about it, I think America is basically Japan, because Japan has that, we have that. We might as well be in Japan. These videos don't make sense at all because they're just over glazing the fact that Japan. Wait, y'all see that? Y'all see that on my hair? Oh wait, my camera's mirrored too. Wait. Oh, okay. Anyways, bro, I had to push that embarrassing moment out of there. But what's up, guys? We just hit 10 subscribers. Yes, sir. We are going to be pushing for 100 soon. I'm going to keep posting videos once or twice a week. And you guys should like and subscribe. And my fault. Let me get you guys back right to that.
After buying a loaf of bread in Japan, you can use this machine to slice it exactly the way you want. Just place the bread inside. Select how many slices you'd like, and the machine automatically cuts the bread to your preferred thickness.
Guys, our bread isn't cut in a specific way. Japan won. Never mind, this is one of the ones where I can watch and I can just say, Japan beat us on it finally. Every single country has this. There's no difference between that and anything. We all have this. USA has this. Russia, China, Korea, the Philippines, everybody got this. Everybody can change the slice of their bread length. And how does that make us, how does that make Japan in the future? That's just overhype and overglaze. And these These AI videos make it seem Japan is living way in the future compared to the rest of us, but that's just simply not true. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. We're going to be posting once or twice a week. Tune in next week for my new videos. I'll see you guys later. Okay, can I end it now?